Wake up from the madness. Try to forget the past, but don't forget the sadness. And no, nothing here will last. You kept it real close, a little too close to your heart. You better hear me out before you head into the night. It's all too soon. It's all too soon. It's all too It's all too soon.
Well, good evening, friends. Welcome back to the Coalescence Act 7, proudly presented by Roleplaying Unlimited, where we are traveling down a coalesced road, eyes blurred and mind high at the 100th meridian, where 100 heartbreaks begin. A new story is forged, 34, 35 strong, wrapping 25 years of stories told and tales gone. I remember dear friends lost in woe. I remember a beloved star and wildflowers on my road. It would seem to me I remember every single fucking thing I know. Thank you for joining us here for our third session of 20 in 24 days here. We're steaming ahead like a full locomotive here. We got a full head of steam here, and hopefully the tracks are laid out for our eventual path ahead. Thank you again for joining us here this evening. Good to see you all out there in Streamland. Let's jump into our Coalescence Gaming Lounge.
I'm a simple man in the galaxy, like my father before me.
Hey, good evening, friends. How's everybody?
Howdy, howdy.
Doing pretty good.
Thumbs up.
Beautiful day for some D&D.
Yes, sir.
Always a good day for some D&D. Oi! Oi! How you feeling over there, Don? Good to be home?
Oh yeah, no, it's good to be home and feeling pretty good, and got a hoarseness for my troubles.
They gave you a horse? All right.
Yeah, no kidding.
Well, this is where we left off, I believe, last time around, so I suppose we can pick it up from here at our fortress, where we opened it up, revealed a bunch of xenomorphs, a handful of facehuggers, a scattering of those facehuggers, and something big took off in this direction a good while ago. Otherwise, on level 3 of this place, or I'm sorry, level 2, we found this guy, Razfrak Lorakash, who has an air of mystery about him, to say the least. So we will pick it up with our game in progress here at this point, with any further roleplay that you would wish to do. If there was anything that we left off on that you guys want to pick up at, that's totally fine. Petro being on top of the tower, and from the direction that they are approaching from, you would be the first to see our 6 friends over here who are arriving once again after the combat is over. This is becoming a habit with them, where they're like around, but then as soon as combat breaks out, they're mysteriously gone, and then they come back afterwards like, hey, what's going on?
So I'll go ahead and call down to the stairs. Hey guys, those folks that helped us at that last battle, they're headed this way.
Ah, I was not here for the last battle. Who are these people?
One guy was missing his friend, so yeah, we went to help him. He disappeared. We got into a fight with some USM Vong, and they showed up in the middle of the battle and helped us out.
Oh, good allies then. All right.
That's a hell of a way to start a session. Are we killing this guy? What?
Question about the persistent wounds. With Xenomorph Slayer, when do you do the save for that?
If you have Xenomorph Slayer, then that would be a con save. Technically, we should roll it at the time that the persistent wound is applied. If not, then we just roll it when we think of it. Who's talking mad shit? You dare
I wasn't talking to you.
insult Raz Fraklorkash.
You're acting very suspect. That is my only point.
You would be
Since that other-
suspect too if your entire life existed inside of a tub.
Since that other group's taken some time to get over here, there is a question that kind of popped up into my head for all you guys. Did you guys ever see me on the ship, or am I maybe potentially a local like Petro over there?
That's a question we need to ask Daniel, I guess.
That sounds like an intelligence check.
Nope.
Mighty
Can
I never saw it.
Aiton and Triss can recall having seen Selena aboard the Judicial before its crash. Petro does not know Selena from the local region. Zane is almost positive as well that Selena was aboard the Star Destroyer.
Okay, so not from here.
I remember you on the ship. How could I forget?
Was I like mingling with everyone, or like a part of the ship's crew kind of thing?
I'm gonna assume that, much like the rest of us, they were there doing the hero shit, right?
This is probably the most you've interacted with her or seen her interact with anybody for that fact. She pretty much kept to herself from what limited time you remember seeing her aboard the Judicial. Hello, anybody home up there? There's a knock on the front door.
Who is it?
It's Gabar and company.
Never heard. Who are these strangers?
Thought we recognized the fellow on the rooftop.
So, to be fair, I wasn't actually on the rooftop. I was hanging off the side. But, yeah.
What the hell was that guy doing hanging off the side? And where did he go? And why are we getting temporary hit points just for standing around outside?
Whole lot of questions that need to be answered.
Yes, why is this guy bouncing around from level to level? Better start answering, 'cause I'll keep asking. Does anyone know where Holly Hallelujah is from?
Hey, y'all cool with me letting them in?
Yeah, no, I'm fine. It'll be
Has
awfully
Raz
cramped in here,
spoken
though.
Common at all, or is it just his language?
What's that?
Has Raz spoke in his, common at all, or just only in his whatever language?
He has so far only spoken in Yushan Vong.
And he's been talking shit.
Yeah, we ended that one session with our party badly outnumbered against the Yushan Vong, and at the beginning of the next session is when all of Gabar's friends showed up to help even the tide.
Thank God.
But yeah,
I would
anybody
happily
know?
invite you all in, but
What?
it's awfully crowded in here.
You're gonna make us wait around outside because of a space issue.
I let them in, and like, if y'all want to crowd in,
There are several levels that we can occupy. We just won't be able to all talk to each other at the same time.
Yeah, they're gonna occupy level 1. Quite cozy. Where'd this tower come from?
Yeah, just kill any creepy crawlies if you come upon any of them.
Oh, you got a bit of an infestation in the place.
Well, you may have noticed the melted spots outside. There were some creatures inside here that attacked us, and we killed them off. They bled acid and dissolved pretty much as we killed them. Have you encountered anything like that?
Something that bleeds acid would stand out. Can't say as any of us have any recollection.
Well, unfortunately, I think a few of them did escape before we could deal with them, and they headed off in that direction. I'll point the direction they went. We have been trying to track them down, but they spread quickly.
Yeah, we did venture out into a few different areas to track them down. As I recall, we were also considering venturing even farther all the way across to Paroa Bay to check on the residents out there to see how they were faring. Is that still our destination, or were we planning on perhaps heading back to our campsite? I forget exactly what the plan was, because we had, as I recall, equal consideration that, well, just because they took off in that direction doesn't mean they stayed that path. What if they go back to our campsite and the people that we actually know are in danger as well?
we had decided to go back to the campsite because we were escorting the merchant back.
Yes, I am here. I am just laying low. I am not planning on participating in any combat, but of course any mercantile you wish to conduct, I am here for, and here is your weekly mercantile, freshly updated. Some pretty cool items. I will call attention to the Shield of the Tortoise. It is, alas, a cursed item, so you have to be willing to take on the detrimental effects in exchange for the positive. But it's also partly why it is such a cheap item.
I'll tell these new guys. We are taking this merchant back to the other campsite, but there'd be, I mean, you're both going to join us, of course, or if you want to continue the hunt for those things that escaped, that'd be very welcome as well.
So I'm interested in those goggles if nobody else is.
Definitely interested in the potion of maximum power.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm good with the mercantile, so I'm done.
Okay, I'll purchase those goggles then. It should help us out a little bit.
I think it was this table I had to do a full reroll on the uncommon items for this week because there's already a Tools of the Master +1, and 3 of the 4 new uncommon items came up as Tools of the Master +1. Good lord! We would need 4 artificers at one table to accommodate that many Tools of the Masters at one time. Hey, Terry joining in on the flash sale for the superpower side of things. Very kind of you. Thank you much, my friend. Much love.
Give Triss all of them.
Yes, indeed. Our flash sale up until this Friday, maybe Saturday, and then we'll chill out for a week or so, and then we'll reassemble the community challenge and take it from there and see just how we're looking for the month ahead. We'll take this item out. Goggles of object reading removed. All right. And Todd, you said you wanted the potion of maximum power?
Yes, sir.
All right, I will
by all
subtract
means.
that. And what were you saying, Paul?
I was typing that as you confirmed he was having it, so I'll take the Tools of the Master.
Oh, all right.
And the +2 shield, actually.
And a +2 shield. Yeah, that's valuable right there. That's one of the more expensive items in the list. The Enspelled Heavy Crossbow as well. If anybody needs a ranged weapon, I will also encourage you to take a look at it. It's got the Fireball spell.
Nobody else wants it. I'll take it.
If you got 4,050 gold, cha-ching, my friend. Definitely the most expensive item on the list now, but it is worth its literal weight. I mean, it only casts 1 charge, or costs 1 charge to cast the Fireball spell, so you can effectively cast this spell 7 times in one day, and then after that it's a variable as far as how many times charges you'll get back. Alright, and of course the Mercantile will remain up throughout the session. Technically we don't even need to summon Meridian to our location because he is in our company. Let's check if there are any encounters on the way back to our home base. Also, let's check our chronology.
Just remember, I fold the tower beforehand, so I usher everybody out before I do so.
Ah, that's very kind of you. Yes, and this is one of our 2 tables. Or nope, this is a Monday table. We have taken 1 long rest so far. That was 2 sessions ago, so technically we are on day 2 of the chronology. We still have 1 party who's on day 1. They just refused to take a long rest. Couldn't make them if I had to. All right. Further encounter potential is so okay. Well, that's a little too good to be true. Let's see if it is. Okay. Dice want what the dice want. We give the dice what the dice need. Let's go over here. Dynamic lighting is turned on. Yeah, there is a possibility we may shift your tokens over to those isometric tokens that Paul was working on. The only issue in that respect is that all the other tokens on the board are not isometric, so it could just look a little clashy. It might be a little better just to have everybody with their existing tokens as they are on this board. And with that in mind, I'm going to go ahead and drag each of you out here. Alright. Yeah, if you're not familiar with isometric maps, we'll go over that here shortly. Take a little
So
getting
am I,
used to. What's up, Todd?
so am I supposed to see what I just bought on my character sheet, or
You do have to add it to your sheet. You can either type that in manually, or if you go to the compendium, it's the, I think the third tab on the top of your chat log right there. If you go to the compendium and search Potion of Maximum Power, you can drag the item from the compendium onto your character sheet, and it populates all of the necessary information as well, so it's a little more thorough than just manually typing that you have the item. Well, here we are, map 2 of the thousands and thousands of map bundle that we purchased here at Roleplaying Unlimited a few weeks ago. So those of you who are not used to isometric maps, the long and short of it is, this is north. Just think of these still as normal squares, except they are tilted slightly to the right, so this is no longer north. This would be closer to west, although technically this is west. This is north. This would be more like northwest, north, east, south. So when you are moving your token, if you're the type who likes to use the arrows to move, up is going to take you in a northward direction. Like I'm using Gabar right now, and I'm just using the up arrow. It moves me in that direction. So that is one way you can kind of shortcut and figure out exactly how you're moving around here. This does not appear to be a combat scene, despite the fact that these are who we're looking at on the other side of the river way over here, for those of you who have the lines of sight to see that far. These are Confederacy stormtroopers. Technically, these are the good guys. They are the grunt shock troopers of the organization that some of our party members represent. And I believe with daylight mode on, we're not really restricted by the lines of sight of what we see just in that respect, only in certain circumstances, like there's a larger cliff that's kind of blocking things here, same deal. Back here, like there are some obstacles that are blocking your line of sight, but otherwise you should have pretty clear line of sight of this entire map. The stormtroopers likewise appear to be very, very aware of your presence. Wow, look at J-Man's aura. That's a freaking trip. The isometric label. Check out my blimp aura. If I send the images, I can... that's the thing. Like, I'd have to download... Well, I guess, I mean, you have the Yuuzhan... Or no, there's no Yuuzhan Vong here. It's the, It's the Stormtroopers, and I don't have them downloaded to my my computer here. I only have them as assets through Roll20.
That's...
The Confederacy does have a cool symbol. I just haven't really gone into what it is exactly at this point. I had thought with the Yuuzhan Vong being in charge of the Confederacy at this point, it would still represent, it would still have some of the Galactic Empire cog, but with maybe like some kind of natural formation in the center of it, maybe like a tree of life or some kind of vines that are like growing over the cog, was about the deepest I'd ever gone with it.
How long would you say it took us to trudge over this way from the tower?
It's been about 5 hours.
Can I have been asking Meridian during that time, because we're asking about the different Yuuzhan Vong items and how they ish work?
You can. He can certainly relay to you the general information that he knows. He makes it clear he is not a member of the Warrior caste or the Shaper caste. i.e., he's not a soldier and he's not an arms manufacturer. So he's got a passing familiarity with what these things do, but he is not equipped with them. He doesn't really fight in the same capacity that a lot of Yuuzhan Vong you're familiar with would. But he does know about the different types of bugs that they have, the razor bugs, the thud bugs, the explosive bugs. The amphistaff is perhaps one of the more difficult creatures to coax in as far as getting it trained for your usage. And then as far as the armor goes, that is something that they grow individually for each warrior. So it's possible that one might find a suit in the field and try to purpose it for themselves, but in most cases, it's probably going to be difficult, if not impossible, to do something like that.
So probably the only item he's really familiar with is the mask thing.
The Maskor is what he is most familiar with. Those are typically reserved for saboteurs and spies. They're not items that every Yuuzhan Vong that you find in the field is going to be equipped with. That is something that Meridian is very familiar with using, but at the same time, he also relays the aforementioned information as far as the rarity of such an item. He is also familiar with one other, but he's never seen it in practice. He thinks it's called a Plaren Bowl, and it's effectively it's a saboteur slash theologian type of item, and it's only for those who've made extreme sacrifices where they have literally gouged out one of their eyeballs and replaced it with a creature that shoots venom.
Okay. That's so cool.
Yep. So that's what we've got for Meridian. Let's go ahead and get some exploration initiative rolled up for our group right here.
I just noticed Gideon's token. Is he like a Warforged? Is he a robot?
He is a robot. Looks like he's got an energy blaster hidden inside of that maw as well. Don't you backtalk me.
Let me see.
Open up and say, ah.
I'm a dentist.
What's your dentist's name? Crentist. It's an interesting name. Maybe that's why he became a dentist.
The dentist, formerly known as dentist.
Yeah, during our travels, since we're together, I probably would have compared my, cybernetics, magitech, bionics with what he's got for robotics.
His design definitely seems more Earth-based, whereas yours has more of an extragalactic origin. So, if anything, you're kind of admiring his from a bit of an exalted position. He definitely seems to have an awareness that your tech is considerably higher than his. His, as he explains it, was a, and again, he doesn't know your story at all, so it just turns out that, wow, me too. But he goes on to explain that his was a life-saving necessity, that he had very few surviving organs left after a terrible accident, and this is the form that his organization ensconced his surviving pieces within. Triss getting a little close.
Let me see.
I'm more than happy to let you investigate any part of me. I am fully functional.
Oh. Oh, bye. Alright, so now that we've got a turn order officially established here, let's go ahead and have Petro. He's already starting to take off. Stormtroopers are aiming rifles across the way, but more like they're looking through the scopes than they're actually drawing a bead on your position, although there are weapons aimed in your general direction.
So leaving my bow on my back. So we're currently armed, and give them a as friendly wave as I can.
Go ahead, roll persuasion. Do you want to hold that roll, or do you want to give it a re-roll? Or a boost? Do you have advantage on persuasion?
I do not have advantage on persuasion. I just forgot to click the thing off.
Sure. So we're starting with a 3. Do we want to keep that, or do we want to adjust it? Reminder, we are double sessions this month. So everybody's got their same amount of inspiration and force points, but twice the number of sessions with which to spend it. So use them wisely and considerately.
Yeah, no, I'm going to roll with this.
All right. Despite your difficulty in making a friendly gesture as you realize, oh crap, to the Confederacy this actually means an insult against your mother. How about if I go something like this? Oh crap, that's an insult against your actual bloodline. Shit! How about something like this? Oh no, that's just a general FU. And despite all of that, the one in the lead way over here actually offers a friendly nod in response.
Oh, good, because I wouldn't have known any of those, because I know nothing about the Confederacy.
Do you have any movement or actions left to take?
Nope, that's it.
What do we think we want to do for Dagon's turn here?
Give me 1 second. I don't know why it's loading on me. Hold on. Alright. I would notice Petro making his way down to, I'm guessing, the river, and I would kind of follow him a little bit and ask him who is he waving to, because I don't think I can see the stormtroopers behind or in front of him.
You should be able to. If you can see them on the map, then you can clearly see them. It's bright daylight out here, so you've got a pretty good long view here.
Okay, I would ask, what are you doing? Petra, why are you waving to them?
They seem nice.
Oh, okay, they don't really look nice, but I guess.
That one moved back.
I mean,
And
yeah.
they're not trying to kill me yet, so it's far better than the rest of the people we've seen so far.
Nice. I mean, okay. And I would give him a wave back. I would just wave back at him since he waved. I'd just, give not a like a just a waving hand. I would just like give just a hand up to say, hey.
One of them offers a casual salute in your general direction. It's like, yep, we see you there. No harm, no foul. We're aware of you. You're aware of us. We're not here to kill each other. Good looking out, buddy.
Well, I guess, yeah. Pietro, you're right. They seem pretty nice.
Mr. Twinkleberry, what do you think for your turn?
All right. I'm going to do a double move. And then I'm going to yell up to them, "Greetings. What have you seen from the road this day?"
One of them calls back, "Bring your contingent in closer and we can parley."
All right, everybody, let's move up.
Alright, I'm loading back into the page after getting the color emote reset. Paul, it's your turn. There we go.
Triss is a little suspicious because they're acting a little too nice, but they'll start making their way. Are they looking at me weird?
Are they what now? I'm sorry.
It's just because I'm closing in on them. Just want to see if they're doing anything funky.
No, they're observing your approach, but none of them are aiming weapons at you at this close a distance. If anything, now that they've kind of confirmed there's another group out there and nobody seems to be threatening, their weapons are down at their sides, but still at the ready. Who's drawing red stuff all over my map? How dare you?
I was just thinking that.
How dare you?
I'll double move just so I can get up here and just be able to keep an eye out, and I'll wait for everybody else to catch up.
One of the stormtroopers, ma'am.
Sir. I start smoking again.
Selena, your turn.
We are gonna get way over there. Is there anything extra to get across these rocks? Do they look like slippery or whatnot, or is it an easy path through?
It's pretty easy.
Oh my god, I love that token. I think it's a little small.
It is, yeah. Yeah, you gotta make it like twice the size to fill the hex or the diamond.
She's stuck. I think you might need to change the sizes of them, unfortunately.
Now it's too big.
You guys had any issues with the local fauna?
This is my baby.
Haven't had any issues with
Jesus.
the local fauna. Found a few survivors
When
out
did
here a
Selena
little
get here?
while ago. We sent them back with a small squad. Also found some crates that got dislodged during the crash.
And then I'm gonna peer down the hill at all the other struggling people trying to get up here. Probably a little bit slower than this.
A little bit. Zane, what are we thinking for your turn here?
Zane will hover up because he's faster flying than he is walking. And, well, a regular move will get us to here. And then I will double move just enough to catch up with the other guys.
I had to zoom in there. I couldn't tell what that was.
Couldn't tell what was.
Triss's cat.
Oh. Meow.
And these stormtroopers, they worked on the ship we were on, right?
They did.
Okay. All right, so they're familiar.
Oh yeah. Yeah, they all look the same, of course, but you're definitely familiar with the stormtrooper designation. J-Man, over to your turn. What are we thinking? The stormtroopers give Zane a friendly nod as well as he approaches. If anything, they just seem to kind of be taking a break and making sure the area that they are in is secure.
What's our new group? Those guys. What's their reaction to this?
Curiosity, you would guess. Looks like they're prepared to move over in that direction as well when their turns come up.
All right. Well, then I'll say, looks like a few of us are in a real hurry to go talk to the troopers. Weird. Whatever. I'll stick with you guys so that we can give you proper introductions, and I'll just kind of ready my action to move with their group.
That sounds like a good idea. Just because there are troopers ahead doesn't mean the whole area has been secured. Officer Vildren is the one in charge of this particular group of stormtroopers. And he is going to maintain his position over here near the crates. Otherwise, our stormtroopers are pretty well positioned. We don't really have any need to adjust the current order in any respect, so we're going to pass it on to Gabar and his 5 buddies. Well, 3 of us have some form of speed or super flight, but we're going to keep it in a reasonable cluster. We're going to keep it in a cluster. And head like 60 feet over this way, and that's pretty much going to be our movement for this round. And Petro, the blimp aura has followed you up here. You feel refreshed once again.
So I cannot see the aura.
Oh, I'm the only one that gets the joy of that. All right.
All right. Well, I guess I'll just head on up with the rest of the group, talking to them.
Give it a go.
And that's as far as I can make it.
Okay. Dagon is next.
I'd like to move towards the middle of that group and suggest to everybody maybe we should set up a little bit of a perimeter just to make sure nothing else sneaks up on us and just in case things go south with these stormtroopers. And that would probably be my turn because I wouldn't really do anything else. I wouldn't immediately move up there. More cautious.
All right. Holly looks to Dagon and asks, "Do you suspect they mean to ambush us?"
I'm not saying they will. I'm not saying they won't. But it's better to be prepared than caught off guard.
Caution is admirable. Perhaps we should wait back a round or two. All right.
Sounds like a plan.
Twinkleberry, your turn is up.
All right, I'm gonna move on up. Yep, I just have the regular flight and the regular speed, so I'm pretty much over there, and that'll end my turn.
Well, Triss, Selena, and Zane are up next, and they represent the front of the group at this point. We can role play collectively here. We don't necessarily have to take it in turn order now that we're all pretty much right here next to each other. How do you want to do that? One of the stormtroopers asks, "What brings you out this far? Are you also searching for survivors?"
We were, and we've discovered several different types of creature out there that are very hostile.
Do you mean the Yuuzhan Vong? We've encountered a few clusters of them so far.
We've encountered these black insectoid-looking things that are very tall and bleed acid.
And other smaller ones that try grabbing your face.
Did you happen to get a hologram of these creatures? A recording of some sort?
Unfortunately, we did not. I don't know. Did anybody have the foresight to bring a sample of those creatures? There were a lot of dead bodies around of those.
Most of them just melted into nothing, considering their interior became the exterior.
Can Triss minor illusion to show them what it looks like from memory?
You can.
I'll show them the xenomorph first, and then I'll show them what the face huggers look like. And yes, I do the sounds.
The stormtroopers all look to each other, and you can tell there is some concern even behind their helmeted visage. This creature is native to the region, you believe?
I
No,
don't
it
know
ain't.
about that one, but they are in large groups.
That's quite concerning. We'll keep an eye out for them. We appreciate you showing this.
And based on
So,
the eggs,
there should
we
be
could just
one that's quite larger than them too. It sounded pretty heavy once it jumped off.
So they would have known that.
Ever seen anything like it?
Oh, say again, Ken?
Petra would have told them that the xenomorphs are not local to the area. That during our travels, he would have been like, "That's the first time I've ever seen those things," and I've been in these woods all my life.
All right. Well, that's good to know.
Also, we are escorting that gentleman over there back to the camp.
Oh, you're heading back to the beach camp then. Still have a few hours journey ahead of you, but you should be able to make it by nightfall. All right. Does Zane have anything he wants to interject here or add?
Zane, just add that if they see these insectoid creatures, their blasters at range will keep them from getting acid splashed on them.
Very handy information.
Do you have any messages or anything you would like us to bring back to camp?
Our radios are within range if we need to coordinate anything. I should ask the same of you.
You could advise them of our approach, and that would probably help ease tensions as we come around the corner over there.
They'll probably be expecting you, but all the same.
Out of curiosity, what is the glowing blue thing off of the corner of my vision over there?
Looks like a glowing chest of treasure of some sort.
Ew.
Aiton, back over to your turn.
I'm still just moving with them to keep up the group.
Officer and stormtroopers will maintain position. Gabar and company will do the same as agreed upon for this round, possibly one more. That brings it back to Petro. Technically, Petro is close enough here that if you want to join more firmly into the RP, you can get right up in there, and basically we don't have to worry about the turn order with as much strict precision here. We can basically just kind of do another round of RP over in this section.
Yeah, so I'll come up and as they were telling the guys about the xenomorphs and be like, "Yeah, those things are new. Have y'all ever seen them before?"
They collectively shake their heads as no insight check needed. It was obvious based on the minor illusion that that was the first time they had ever seen anything like that. Any other RP the rest of you in this area wish to conduct?
I'm ready to move forward.
Dagon, what are you feeling over here?
I would I'd first of all, I don't think I've introduced myself to everybody, to this group that's around me, and I would say, um, by the way, I am Dagon Blackfire.
Few of them will offer nods, names, fist bump as well.
And then I would move just a little bit closer to the river's edge, a little bit closer, and that would end my turn.
Well, alright. We kind of already went past. Oh boy! I know the true meaning of sleep deprivation. Mr. Twinkleberry and this section over here. We did some RP already. Do you guys have any additional that you wish, or shall we proceed?
I'm all good to proceed.
Alright. Back to the other side of the river here for Aten and our group that are still holding by, just in case something weird is happening.
I look to the group over here who are like hesitating. I'm like, so what's up? You guys need anything from these guys, or we just you want to talk to them, see what's going on? I can ask them if they need anything from us. Why is there like a weird vibe going on right now?
The six of them look over at Dagon. He's the one who expressed the initial suspicions.
To be fair, they are strangers, and you can never be too certain, especially with the surprises we've already been through with this planet.
I mean, I can understand a baseline level of suspicion in our situation, but those guys, I point up at the troopers, came from the same ship we did, so they're not really strangers. If anything, I point back at the six, they're the strangers. They should be the ones who might be a little off vibe here, but hey, they're cool. We've been traveling with them for hours now. I point up at the troopers, they're cool. We lived on a ship with them for a long time. Let's say we go and say hi and see if they need anything. So I'm just going to basically fly up 60 feet and get a little closer to where the officer is, and I'll kind of raise my voice a little bit to him and say, is there anything you might need from us before we move on?
If you're heading back to the camp, we wouldn't mind you finding our squad that escorted some survivors back and sending them back our way.
I'm sure we could do that. Do they have a call sign?
Yasalamiri.
All right, your Salamiri squad, you are needed back at the camp?
The waterfall camp, they would probably best know it as.
Waterfall camp. Gotcha. I'll, if I run it, I mean, we should run into them, right? When we run into them, I'll let them know in case they haven't already gotten some radio communications or something. And is that all you need? Because we're here right now. We can do anything you need.
Nothing else that we require assistance with at the time. Thank you.
Not a problem.
Alright, well, Gabar and crew are going to move out now based on their movement capabilities. Let's go.
We sat on the roof. You said you'd try to explain. You told me all your secrets. Then you said it would rain. And now I'm standing here with
Alright, looks like they are dividing into different sections as some of them go breaking across the south side of the river here, of the pond, I should say. And the other three, two of them head off to the north-northwest, where most of you have gone. And Gloria takes to the skies as well and descends pretty much directly northwest toward the cluster of troops in the back, as well as the officer in charge. Top of another round here, it is Petro who goes first.
take its place. Let's make the most of it, me and you.
Well, should we get going then? Anything else we need to do while we got these guys here?
Tearing up all inside you. For what it's worth. Yeah, I know what you
Yep, this is the third time I'm saying that I'm good to go.
Let's get going then.
Tessalentar looks at Zane and Selena. Tessalentar feels might be a problem with these plastic armored individuals.
What do you sense from them?
Well, it's not a sense from Tessalentar. It is an item in their possession that does not belong to them. And his eyes are deadlocked across over here at the glowing chest.
Who does the item belong to?
The chest itself is of Gloria's family, though Tessalentar will also lay claim to it in her name.
He was saying that to the other two, or was I able to hear that as well?
You're close enough to hear it. He's trying to be very secretive about it because the stormtroopers are also very close by, but yeah. Pass it over to Dagon on the other side of the river here.
I would move and make my way to about where Twinkleberry is, and I can double move, right? Or I can.
You can action dash, yeah. Every character has that capability. Some characters can bonus action dash as well.
Oh, I'll action dash to about there, and ask everybody what's going on. Who are these guys? My bad. Not who are they. Is everything okay?
Okay. Well, Tessa Lentar has already had some RP here. Mr. Twinkleberry, what is your passive perception?
Hold on, checking. $12.
A mighty 12. What is your passive insight?
Ooh, a 12.
All right. Well, you've got to have a good skill around here somewhere. But yeah, you are thoroughly unaware that anything is amiss, and you definitely didn't.
I have
hear
a 15
Tessa
investigation.
Oh boy.
Yep, but outside that, I don't have much on that.
All right.
So I'm gonna kick back, and it's like, are we going? Are we staying? What's our? I mean, we want to be hit camp before nightfall, right?
I missed when Trish just casually slipped right past the military cordon, so we'll play that in game, and they will, ma'am, this area is off limits.
Sorry? I had no idea.
Yeah, they're basically gesturing you go back to your side of the line over here.
Oh, my apologies.
Anything for Aiton?
Am I witness to the whole restricted area thing?
You do see them escorting her back. It's not like they're putting her in binders or anything, but they kind of look over like, holy, wait, what? And yeah, they go back and they're just like, hey, please, go over this way.
Was I able to clock anything from up this way?
You could make out the general terrain, the river continuing on and what have you. It's a very serene and tranquil landscape right here. Might not be a bad place for a long rest if the stormtroopers hadn't laid claim to the arguably most defensible part of the entire area.
Yeah, I thought that was the way we needed to go, was up past them.
That's what I thought too.
I mean, you theoretically are coming across this site kind of like in this direction. And the intent is to keep going in this direction. So this is kind of a direct detour that we're taking.
Okay, so I thought we were going like up a path, and that was the path went that way.
Sure, I could totally see that. But yeah, now that you guys are thoroughly here on the map, this is maybe like 80 yards or so off of the path that you were taking. You guys are basically heading on a southwestern direction, and this is kind of taking you northwest for just a few moments. Goodness, somebody is drawing all over this map everywhere. What is happening? When I find you,
So,
I'll go get you.
so Triss fully thought this is the way we were meant to go, and instead she literally just walked up and about someone's house.
If you want to call it that, they've lived here for 20 minutes longer than you have. Big stake here that they've got. And technically, they haven't even set up camp. They just have secured the area and moved some crates that were kind of scattered out in the open, and they pushed them up here against the rocks to where they're not so obviously out in the open.
Now, I was not privy to that Cessalentar conversation, so
Correct.
I'm going to be like, all right, well, if you're sure that's all you need, we'll be sure to spread the word, and yeah, be careful of the creatures we saw. They're bad news. And I'll start heading the way we're supposed to go, like thinking that's where we're going.
All right. Gloria's going to float just a little bit in this direction and kind of give Aiton a little nod with her head like, hey, come here for a second. You seem familiar with these men.
Well, yeah, they're the soldiers that are on board the spaceship we were on that crashed nearby.
Ah, yes, that means quite a little to me. What does matter, however, is a chest that they have seemingly taken into their possession that does not belong to them. Would you be in a position to negotiate for its return? Do you think they would return it?
We can always bring it up. I'm sure if it's not our supplies, then they'd be willing to give it to whoever it rightfully belongs to, because they should be.
I mean, I suppose from their perspective, it might be a matter of he said, she said. It's not as if I have a bill of sale or anything that would serve as any kind of proof. But I can assure you that chest does belong to my family, and its placement out here is quite out of the ordinary. It should not be scattered among the terrain like refuse that has fallen out of a crashed starship. This should be safely located within the vault at my family estate, some thousands of miles away.
That's very strange. Do you have any means of verifying that it's yours?
I am likely the only one who can open it, but that is not a desirable method of proof.
Well, we should gather the rest of the team up and let them know what the situation is, and figure out how we want to proceed.
All right. Well, let's reset the initiative back to the top. Everybody can move to whatever position you want to approach this from. She's basically just going to be floating right here over the center area. Gabar and company are going to scoot all the way around up the cliff through the trees. Gideon will likewise do the same. Holly Hallelujah has the teleport power. Actually, all three of these characters have the teleport power, so they're just kind of boing, 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 just bounce teleporting across the map right there. And two of them with the teleport power also have speed. Or actually, I'm sorry, only one of them, but he is making the best use of it.
I would like yell down at the rest of my team, "Hey guys, something's come up we need to talk about. I'm coming down."
All right, I've got
Sure
all
thing.
NPCs in a position where I would like them to be. They're going to hold on your actions here for the time being, at least. But you can tell Gloria is quite concerned over what has happened here, as well as Officer Vildren's persistent vigil within 5 to 10 feet of said chest. He hasn't left that area since you guys got onto this map.
What's up?
Are we back in initiative, or can I move over there?
You're good to move over there. We'll start the initiative again once we're finished with any RP that we are going to do here to set up the next scene.
Should we come back down here?
Yeah, if you want to go back down the hill, so you're not right up in the grill of the stormtroopers, that's fine. But Christian and Tessalentar are going to stay pretty much up here where they're at.
It looks like I'm waiting for everybody, but is everybody coming down?
Yeah, what do you say, Selena and Petra? Christian is going to head back down and join you guys. He may relay some information to Tessalentar, but he wants to be part of whatever the larger discussion taking place here happens to be.
At this point, I'll just start talking. So, our new friend Gloria over there has informed me that I guess one of the boxes or crates that has been collected up here appears to be like her family's belongings, which is supposed to be thousands of miles away or something like that. She doesn't really have any other way to prove it except being the only one who can open it, which she doesn't really want to do, apparently. So we might want to have a conversation with the captain to see what is going on, because that doesn't. I kind of got a glimpse of that chest. It doesn't look like standard Confederacy, storage lockers or anything like that.
Zane will confirm what Tessalentar said to him, basically the same thing.
Daniel, would any of us know, what the protocol for the Confederacy would be for finding non-Confederacy supplies and why they would want to claim them?
Roll a bureaucracy check.
So Petro's just gonna be like, so why can't we just ask them if they knew it belonged to somebody and if they'd be willing to give it back?
I mean, we certainly can. That's why I'm bringing this up. How do we want to proceed with this? I kind of look over at all the groups that are like waiting at the perimeter. They look like they're gonna go for it, whether we can get them to give it up or not. So I don't want this to turn into a fight between our two allies.
I would say it would be a history check to see your familiarity with Confederacy protocol in this situation.
Well, let me see if I can have a chat with them on it.
Please, someone with better charisma than me.
I'll burn an inspiration. 22.
It depends what branch that they are particularly associated with, but this would likely fall under unknown artifacts, which it's, as you might expect from any highly secretive government organization, especially at this level, they are likely to lay some kind of claim to it. If for no other jurisdiction, then it is a lost and found item, and so may lay claim to it, but they're going to have to come to the local Confederacy Bureau of Lost and Found, or they may have to take a trip all the way out to Coruscant and file the necessary paperwork to get said item back in their possession. It's unlikely to be a matter of somebody just saying out in the wild like this, like, hey, this is mine. And the officer saying, okay, here you go, you can have it back. At this point in time, this is likely considered Confederacy property, and now you're dealing with bureaucratic red tape.
With my history check, would I know how greasy the palms are around here? You know what I'm saying?
Um,
Are bribes a viable option?
let's see how things work aboard the Judicial
And
and the
along that,
Indomitable.
and along that same line, my line of thought is how, because we crashed here, and this, I believe, this planet was never really under Confederacy jurisdiction. With that in mind, would we be able to convince either this guy or his superiors that, hey, the goodwill of the locals is a very good thing to do right now, and these people do claim that, item. It would probably go in everybody's best interest to keep the goodwill going.
It's unorthodox. There's not a lot of precedent in that respect, but there's validity to such an approach. You may have better luck with his superiors than a lowly officer like this, as somebody in this position might view this as a means to catapult his current rank to something much better.
All right, well, I would definitely mention that to Twinkleberry, since he's probably got a better persuasion than me.
I think I have a better persuasion than like everybody.
I'm at a +8, but
I'm at a +17.
All right, so let's jump back into the initiative on the other side of our halftime break. Any last-minute preparation or anything you want to do to make sure you are as ready for this encounter as possible? Now's your last chance, because we will be back shortly, friends, with more Are You Gaming?
So do you think we're going to scrap, or...?
No, not sure. I'll be right back though.
I mean, I hope not, because then I have to choose sides, and I'm not sure what side I'm going to choose at this point.
And plus, don't we have to make our way back to the crash shop to the rest of the survivors?
We do, but I'm not quite ready to walk away from this without knowing what's going to happen.
Yeah, we either have to convince the Confederacy to give them the thing, or convince them to leave it for now until we can get it to them. Because as it stands, they're going to try and take it, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, the way he was talking, they're not going to let this go.
We just gotta hope Twinkleberry does his thing right, cause yeah. Otherwise, it is definitely gonna be a fight.
Okay, so just to be clear, we do know the Confederacy, right? Like, I'm guessing we do know these troopers since they were on the crash site. Because I thought someone said we didn't know them. Or
So the only one who doesn't know them is Petro. He is not from the ship. So anybody who is from the ship is foreign, and Petro is local. Because you're from the ship, you would know them. Petro wouldn't, and
Gotcha.
neither would the NPCs.
Gotcha.
So for anything ship related, Petro relies on you guys, and for most things local related, y'all rely on Petro's knowledge.
So if they were part of, so the Chancellor is part of the Republic, but these are Confederacy stormtroopers. Are they is the Republic the Confederacy, or am I missing something? Just curious.
Yeah, the main. This is like well ahead in the timeline for Star Wars stuff, so the Confederacy would be the main government of the galaxy at this point.
Okay, I got you.
Yeah, I don't know how this thing was adding the skills up, but because of the throne card, I get double proficiency, but for somehow it rated it as an 8. When my double proficiency should be a 3 plus a 3, but it gave an 8 and then it added something else in there. Yeah, so my bonus is only a plus 12.
That's
Just
still,
the
I'm sure,
plus
the
12.
highest. I've got an 8, but yeah, your 12 is still better. Plus, I can give you inspiration.
I got a +1, and I'm going to bribe him. Give me your officer.
I have a +9 to my deception. I also have the Epic Boon of Communication, but that doesn't give me any like bonuses or anything.
Yo, I'm still kind of confused on how to upload the potion that I bought. Like, I didn't understand what he meant at all, how to upload it.
Were you able to find the compendium?
No, I was not. Like,
Okay,
is it
so
on the character sheet or is it on that little?
It's so on the top right, the little like chat box. There should be in the middle, like what looks like 3 books together.
Okay.
So you click on that, and then you can type in the name of the item you're looking for on the box. And then once you have that, once it pops up, like this is the item, you can just basically left click it, but don't like release it, just like click it and drag it onto your sheet.
Yeah, the potion's not pulling up for me. I tried to type in potion of greater power. I believe that was what I purchased, and it's not pulling up.
Type in potion of max. It's maximum power.
Nope. It still didn't pop up. It says no result found for potion of maximum power. It's fine. It's not that big of a deal. I reckon. I'll figure it out somehow. Later.
Sometimes the compendium gets a little laggy. You might have to restart your page.
Welcome back, welcome back. Am I the only one here?
Thank you much.
All right. Well, Ken, you've got the first turn in the turn order here. Do you wish to do anything with it, or you want to wait to see what the rest of our group has in store?
Well, since Twinkleberry has said he will try and talk to them, I'm gonna go ahead and hold anything until he's had his say.
All right. How about for Dagon?
I'm sorry, I missed that last part. I wasn't near my phone.
It's your turn in the turn order here. Do you want to do anything, or do you want to wait to see what develops with what anybody else has planned?
Yeah, I'll wait for everybody else to do their thing.
All right. Don, over to Mr. Twinkleberry.
Okay, so with the information I was provided, it appears that there must have been like some wreckage or some items that would have had the crates and everything, and that's why they scattered the crates to different parts of the encampment and everything.
Kind
Right,
of.
right track?
Your understanding is more that they were on a search and recovery mission, both for missing personnel as well as missing equipment, and they appear to have found both, and they sent the missing personnel back to camp. They have procured the missing equipment as well as found some other interesting items that they are keeping in the same general location, and based on military protocol, the items are now in their possession.
Okay. Can I speak to your commanding officer, please?
Are you shouting this from 50 feet away to the nearest stormtrooper?
Oh, of course I am.
I could just imagine just yelling that from the very back of the group. What's the stormtrooper? What? What'd you say?
Whoa, who's following me like right at my asshole?
I am the bodyguard.
All right, so now that I'm within the stormtroopers, can I speak to your commanding officer, please?
Yep. The officer arrives, appears a bit disheveled, borderline exhausted, suffered some injury in the crash, it does appear, but nevertheless, he's reporting for duty. Yes, I'm Commander Vildren.
Good evening. I am Mr. Twinkleberry Snodsworth of the ship that came down and everything. I have met some companions along the way who state that some of their possessions may have accidentally been intertwined with stuff that you may have found. And I would like to negotiate getting that back for them.
No negotiations required. There's proper bureaucracy for reobtaining these items. If you like, I can give them the holo link, and they can go ahead and go about procuring that themselves.
And I understand it. It becomes more work for you. It becomes more work for me. Plus, natives of this place may not be well aware of those processes and procedures. I was just hoping that we could take care of this as a as a gentleman's course.
Why would you think I would even have the authority to authorize something like that?
You are in command. You are the authority of this group, and currently in possession of the items of sentimental value to my companions.
I'm afraid we all have our orders here.
I mean, are you sure there isn't anything that we can do to help speed up this process and make it a lot less formal and you know, make it within good ambassadorship of the, you know, to the locals?
Most of the locals that we have seen are in a state of catatonia.
I mean, if you really want to add a D6 to that, I did give you bardic inspiration.
God damn, dude, that you realize...
Just give us the thing.
Well, as I approach,
I feel like I'm the only one who ever understands the diplomacy rules. Like, you're starting off at minus 20, so you have rolled a 12.
Yeah, I know.
Add a 6 to it if you want.
As I approach, I will mention to the commanding officer here that based on the situation we're in, we are not on a Confederation world. We are stranded here, and you are the officer in control of this particular site. It is up to you what happens to that crate, nobody else.
Yeah, Mr. Twinkleberry has like one purpose.
I understand. Very well. It's out of my hands, and we'll proceed with that later on.
I very much appreciate it. And how may we compensate you for your time and the generosity that... Wait, did you just kill him?
I'm foreshadowing. You killed him.
Wait, I'm so confused right now.
That's the nature of
This
this.
is a very dangerous weapon.
You have a brief flash of this guy's head just being squished like a tomato, and ooze and guts running down his uniform as he's still looking at you as haplessly as he has throughout this encounter. He was starting to go on some tangent about how he takes great pride in seeing every T crossed and every I dotted and every file in its proper place, and he doesn't view this as a bad thing whatsoever. In fact, him finding somebody else's items so that they can have the pleasure of going through the bureaucratic process of reobtaining it is just a plus and a win for everybody all around. But you guys talked him in a circle, and he's like, okay, sure, yeah, I mean, they say it's theirs, okay, and...
Yep. I'm a super high charisma agent.
Absolutely. He is not super high charisma, nor is he super high persuasion, and yet he is going to have to go back and explain this to somebody who will not take failure very kindly.
Well, I mean, we're not quite finished with this yet. I will say, good, very good, man. If you'd like, I will help you with your debriefing when you get back to the ship so that we can explain to your superiors what happened here.
That would be highly unorthodox, but if my commanding officer requested such a thing, I will let him know that you are available for such a debriefing.
My good officer, this whole situation is highly unorthodox. We are crash-landed on a planet that was not within Confederation space.
All the more reason to adhere to the protocols that we have and not break every one of them for every excuse.
And I could also verbally make his death explode too, so that's kind
of...
Does who recognize who for what? What?
No.
I'm the navigator.
Yeah, I don't know. This guy doesn't run in the Navy. Yeah, he does not recognize... He recognizes that you're wearing a uniform, if you still are. That would be about the extent of it.
Well, who's your commanding officer, since we're heading back to the ship anyway, we can pass along the information for you.
Colonel Leslie Starr.
Oh, Colonel Starr. Okay. Well, easy to find.
Oh, I've had a history with him. We're on really good terms.
Sure you are.
No, I rolled a 32 against him at 1.2.
Yes, exactly. Alrighty, so the officer will give the order for the men to step back from the crate over here. If I can get them to move. There we go. And Gloria and her friends will step in. And oh dear, how do we do this? Good enough. All right. She and Gideon will flank the chest and take it into their possession and head off in this direction.
And quite frankly, if this leads to a superior officer in our organization murdering somebody, then I need to know about that because that's a problem.
If Colonel Starr does it in broad daylight in front of everybody, then everybody should deserve to know about it. If the officer disappears under mysterious circumstances or is deployed to a strange location where the colonel also happens to be away from prying eyes, that seems more fitting. But considering the powers that are controlling this island, they take great pleasure in tormenting Mr. Twinkleberry with the potential foresight of what is to come here in Officer Vildren's future. Yeah, there's no derailing in this situation. This was going to go one way or the other, and the chest could have gone one of three ways, to be honest. I saw an option where you guys ended up with the chest and could have potentially spent the rest of the session trying to figure out how to open it. And there was a scenario just right here, just now, where where our friends could have gone a much different path, despite the diplomatic resolution. But at the same time, Don busts out a 32 on the diplomacy against a level 4 officer here who's like, I just want to follow the bureaucratic process, please. No? Can we please follow it? All right, you win. I'll go tell Colonel Starr the bad news.
Kind of a pushover, really.
Yeah, I mean, he's had a hell of a couple days here as it is, and he was finally feeling pretty good about himself, but then, I mean, Mr. Twinkleberry comes along all charm and bluster right here, and the officer really, when asked to explain how this happened, that's going to be the hardest part for him, because he literally won't be able to explain why he gave the chest. You had to be there. The guy was just so persuasive.
Well, he'll describe Twinkleberry, and Star will be like, oh, that fucking guy.
Son of a bitch!
He was flying all over the place.
That asshole was flying around in my helmet!
He's wearing this adorable doublet, and those wings were just flashing around. And he had this cute little monkey near him, dressed like a pirate. I mean, come on.
He had this drug addict with him.
Well, all right. How about the fillings out of my fucking teeth while you're at it?
Well, and also considering that the majority of the things that we're dealing with, my charm isn't going to do shit against.
I mean, totally. That's why I had to look at this. As soon as you approached the encounter and we went on break, I was like, I need to prepare myself for Dawn rolling really awesome here, because you already said like you had a plus a million to the skill check. So I came into this thinking like there's a very big possibility of that happening, But at the same time, when you just drop the natural 20 like it's no fucking business whatsoever, it's like, oh god, all right.
Yeah, and the weird part is that I had to refix my sheet because there was a break in it, and it wasn't a plus 17, it was only a plus 12.
Sure.
So I readjusted everything to make it fit and to make it, work properly. But I feel good about that roll now because of the fact that it's a honest roll versus
definitely
having something broke.
Definitely.
What was real quick? What was the reason that the other group wanted the chest? I can't remember. Saved my life.
The female Gloria, she says that it belongs to her and her family.
Oh,
It's
that's
her family's no chest.
All right.
Hey, they said they didn't want to open it.
Let's see, there's a 1% chance that the chest just happens to open because one of them slips and falls on the path here. If I roll a double 0, 39, not happening. Because I kind of want to open the chest. I want to Raiders of the Lost Ark this shit. Look at it! Look at it!
Well, Tress'll do it.
Well, they're not asking you to open it. Daniel wants it opened. None of the NPCs do.
And I like it when we can walk away and nobody takes any damage. So let's I'll walk away and not take any damage.
Fuck yeah. That's a successful encounter. So they will head all the way back to the other side of the river. Christian looks disappointed that there's no combat. He was like just salivating at the fucking bit here, like eager for some combat. Tesselentar looks like he couldn't care less one way or the other. He could have taken combat. He could have taken a diplomatic resolution. Either worked for him. But with all of that in mind, yeah, our group can begin reconvening back across the river to head back on our path back to the beachside campfront. And of course,
with all the other fucking monsters that we had to deal with, we don't need to be fighting each other.
That's fair. That's very fair. I saw it as a very good chance here, or at least there would be a couple of shots exchanged possibly between two different groups of allies, and you would have to step in to negotiate a ceasefire, but negotiating it down before it even got to that point, that's A++. It's as good as you can get right there, if that's your approach. That's how I played Fallout New Vegas. I talked fucking Kaiser down from his entire war, and I talked his lead Praetorian Guard like from fighting me at all. I was just like negotiating every combat. It was like our group in the Storm King's Thunder campaign when you played the circus troupe and they just negotiated every combat. Son of a bitch, I want to fight. I want to roll some dice.
Beechcraft 100.
Yeah, that was a hell of a campaign. I feel like you guys talked down like 80% of the battles in that campaign. If anybody's ever played Storm King's Thunder, imagine just walking through that whole campaign diplomatically. That's how Justin, Don, and a handful of our longtime friends did it.
And
it was a challenge.
In one of the few combats, we turned a stone giant chief into a crab.
Oh my gosh. I want to talk to your supervisor. Nice. Yeah, Don just pulled a Mega Karen right here. Talk to your lead officer. All right. So is the plan is just to head back here 45. Given that we have the chest in our custody here again, our group of 6 are gonna make they're gonna make themselves scarce here, as they have been known to do. And they basically are just like, thank you for helping us recover this most important item. We shall return to your company shortly.
Keeping goodwill is very important in these times, especially when there are creatures around that have no qualms about feasting upon us.
I take a good long look at the chest just to kind of like memorize it and stuff like that. And I say, I'm glad, I should say, that we were together when you came upon this area, because bloodshed here does nobody any favors.
Speak for yourself, Christian snarls and mutters. He is clearly disappointed at having missed out on some combat. He looks like he is just an action junkie, and that's putting it nicely. If anybody can translate Greek, that is the writing that is on the chest right here. Of course, none of you speak it naturally, and casting a spell to translate it is likely to draw some attention. But just to give you an idea of what engravings are written upon the chest, and just like generally what kind of style it is, aside from the fact that it's glowing, it's Greek! Which I guess means Gloria is part Greek. And part Psylocke, apparently.
I know Twinkleberry has that boon that he can read any language.
I can read it, but I would need to touch it. And I don't think they're going to let me do that.
We're going to scoot Petro just a bit to the side here. And, you know, looks like they actually might be prepared to hang out here for a little bit longer. Looks like the Confederacy officer and his troops are going to stay over here, hopefully soon receiving their other squad who departed this site some time ago. And since it's such a lovely site and we've got our chest back, it looks like our group of 6 are prepared to take a short rest here as well. Many of them are still rocking the same wounds from the combat yesterday. They haven't even taken a long rest yet. Are we leaving this site and heading back to the beach campsite? The beach campsite.
Yes, we are.
Yeah.
No reason not to.
I will ask them before we leave. Are you good here by yourselves, or would you like us to keep you company?
We should be good here in each other's company. If you want to hang out, you're welcome to, but we understand you've got places to be as well.
All right. Bye, guys.
As I see the rest of my group wants to go, I shrug and like, well, when next we meet, hopefully we'll be able to celebrate a little bit.
What's celebration look like to you?
Oh, I thought you'd never ask. I start playing music from somewhere on my body, and with my super flight and leaping power, I do some amazing dancing.
Play some Bon Jovi.
Yeah, but in this universe, it's Bon John Bovi. We actually had a character named Bon John Bovi at the Thursday table in the middle trilogy of the Coalescence.
He will be
Yes,
missed.
we did.
Yes, we did. He will be missed. Wish you luck and well wishes out there, David, wherever you're at. Gamed with us for a good year and a half and haven't heard from him in a while, but hope he's doing well. All right. I think turn order we can just kind of get out of the way right here. Well, you're met with kind of stone silence from the group of allies here gathered around the chest, but as far as our group of Confederacy allies across the riverside, there are a lot of stormtrooper helmets in bobblehead mode almost at this point.
After I finished, I see that they had no reaction. I'm like, okay, so what's a party to you then?
Oh my. How extreme do we get?
You just hear the Jabba the Hutt music just going off.
Our general idea of revelry. Somebody usually doesn't waken to see the sunrise.
Oh, we're just talking drink it. Oh, well, unfortunately, upon the crash, I've been imbued with new energies, and I can't get drunk anymore.
Gideon nods along. You can see a C-3PO look of sadness across his otherwise blank features. Preaching to the choir, buddy.
I just kind of
Can I
pointed
make
at him
a
like,
tinkering
"See,
check?"
yeah."
Can I make a tinkering check to help them get drunk?
Maybe
Help you.
a prolonged skill challenge over a number of days, but not like something just like twisting a screw here in the middle of the battlefield.
One quick buzz, like from the flash. You feel it for a second.
Yeah, you need to basically find some way to suppress the robotic penalties long enough for them to get a drunk or like install some kind of emotion chip like they did for Data.
Who wants to do brain surgery?
What about the guy you lobotomized? Did he get the refund?
Uh,
No. Alright, so we're heading out. We're leaving. Back to the campsite.
Yep.
Alright. We are heading off for another 3-4 hours. Coast is clear. And we can make it all the way back to the campsite. Do I have the campsite map here? Do I? I don't have it! How is it not here? Oh, maybe it's here. Yeah, you know what? This is it's a sprawling campsite, so we don't have to use the same exact map. Let's go for... Sure, why not? We used this one for a Camp Clearwater massacre some time ago, but it fits this the theme of what we're doing here. Monday.
It'd be a very different Jason combat with this group.
Oh God, he wouldn't last very long at all. Yeah, in some ways I have to have the party spend like the first hour just looking for basic equipment so as to make those games a challenge, but they're a lot of fun to play in the limited scope that we're able to, but hopefully we're able to supplement that with some Marvel RPGs, although we're kind of getting a little dose of that here in the Coalescence now. If you haven't noticed, I didn't get to run those on Friday nights, so I brought the Friday nights to some of our tables here, but at the same time we've got the Hellfire Club Stranger Things module that I've been sitting on for a couple of years now. That could be a lot of fun to play just as a one-shot here and there. Alright, what are we looking at? You know what? Just drop your character anywhere on the map, and wherever you happen to land, that's where you are. If you land in the outhouse, you win. Of course, you have no way of knowing where anything is, so anyone's guess is as good as anybody else's. Oh, J-Man's by the well. Johnny landed in the cabin. Selena's by the riverfront. Ken is inside of the shack.
I landed on top of Petrol.
Oh, you landed on top of Petro in the shack.
Well, what do we have here?
What is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. To drop your token, just move your character sheet out onto the map and let it go. Instead of opening the character sheet, just drag your name out onto the map and let it go.
Down.
Oh, and there's Dagon, dropped right in the same area as Petro and Triss, and so did Don. All four of you dropped right into the shack here in the center. Just for a heads up, the outhouse is over here. So yes, here we are on the waterfront. I guess technically with the way the map is laid out, north would be to the east. And our north here would actually be west, but not entirely important here. I guess the only thing that is really important is that we have a map that reasonably represents one of the cabins that is here at the campsite where our group can find some kind of rest for the evening, as it is getting close to that point in game. Additionally, anything that we wanted to try to accomplish while we're here at the campsite, we can ideally get done here on this map. Even though we don't have all of our NPCs here on this map, we can presumably go out and find them and like bring one of them back here or something like that.
As we get back to camp, is there like anything we need to deal with, or is that all past?
That's in the future, actually.
Oh shit.
Yeah, that's tomorrow.
Well, we'll definitely be bringing the merchant to the group, to the camp, explaining his stuff, and I would probably, if I can't find or be allowed access to Colonel Starr, I would find the next closest officer to kind of relay what happened to us along the way.
Okay.
And make sure they're aware of the xenomorph shit.
Colonel Starr is walking around out in the middle of the largest group of survivors. In fact, he is shouting orders to what military members are gathered around, basically ordering them to bring supplies to these people. Like, there are a lot of people who just see the colonel as a massive leadership figure, and they're approaching him with all manner of requests that he feels compelled to oblige, but at the same time he's like, this is way below my pay grade. Why are all of my dozens of inferior officers not handling these requests? So he is angrily shouting at lieutenants, sergeants, corporals, privates alike for them to get the job done, get these people the supplies they need, be it medical, be it food, be it basic, whatever.
Well, then I would probably approach, since he seems kind of busy, an officer nearby who I know is under him, and ask him, I've got some important things that happened to us along the way there and back. Should I give that to you or somebody else?
This lieutenant looks at you curiously. I can take the report. What do you have?
So I will call Triss over, because they're the ones with the minor illusion of the xenomorph. I'll call them over and be like, so we encountered a creature while we were out there that apparently nobody else has encountered yet. It must be the first to have done so. So we need to report what we know about its capabilities and the fact that it is extremely hostile and a threat to everybody.
This guy just looks aghast at the minor illusion presented before him. This is the
List
first.
off
the first report we've heard of anything like this.
We'll list off everything we know about them.
I make this sound so they know what they sound like.
Have you encountered any massive hulking robots by chance?
I can mass minor illusion the sound of it. So you do the video, I'll do the audio.
No massive robots.
Don't tell me what I can't do.
A normal sized robot. He was friendly, along with his companions. I will say that if you know of US Salamiri squad, their group was wondering of their status and if they were returning.
Salamiri squad did successfully arrive back here a number of hours ago. They brought 3 survivors back with them, and they had already turned back to head to reconnoiter with the rest of their squad.
Interesting. We did not encounter them along the way. Perhaps they went a different path. Hopefully they went to a different path. So, what's this about giant robots? Should we know something?
One of our squads encountered one of these massive robots that was head to toe laden with weaponry. It did not appear interested in the squad, but the feeling was not mutual on the other side. The squad attempted to interrogate, question, find out what they were able to about this monstrosity before it finally seemed to tire of them, and upon opening fire, only 2 members survived and reported to tell about what this creature was.
Oh my.
It was apparently capable of flight as well, as after the onslaught, it ascended and took off into the hills.
Good to know. We'll keep an eye out for something like that.
We've not heard of any terrifying insects like these. The Yuzhan Vong are a seemingly persistent presence across the countryscape, as well as the orange zombies. We've seen and heard numerous reports of their presence.
Yes, as have we. Well, hopefully that's the only threats we have to deal with. But along the way, we met some locals who...
Well, locals is a little bit of a stretch for them. Sounded like they're from here, but a different here.
I just kind of look at you quizzically, huh?
Yeah, they're saying like they're from Earth, but it was different, and they were human at one point.
So they're not from this Earth? Is that what you're saying?
That was what it sounded like to me. I mean, Petro seems like he's from here, but the way they were describing things, it was completely different for the way it was for him, though.
I was not aware of that, so I apologize if that messes up the report. We appear to be local, definitely not from the crash of the Judicial or the Indomitable, whichever one we were on. But the group with Captain Vildren had collected some supplies, but amongst the supplies was some of their possessions. So we were able to get their possessions back to them in a show of goodwill, and I'm sure that'll have to be reported at some point by Captain Vildren, but I'm just letting you know now.
Yes, Captain Vildren will have a report of his own due to the Colonel, I'm sure, when he returns, but this information will certainly make the Captain's work much easier. I do appreciate you taking the time for this.
Do you guys got, like, personnel or something around here? I kind of need to know some info about myself. I have some memory gaps of significant. Like I know I was on the ship. Apparently, people have seen me. I just have no idea.
Give me just a second here. I'm not certain that our ship's doctor would be of the greatest assistance in this. That would be our normal recommendation. There is a Jedi wandering the site named Ahsoka who might have some powers that could avail you in this situation. She is understandably among the more busy here amongst the survivors, but if you're able to track her down, she might be able to help you.
Any known last direction?
That's hard to say. The last time I saw her was this morning. That was a good 10 hours ago. She could be anywhere. She also doesn't have a dedicated campsite of yet over the last couple of nights, as she has taken what rest she is able to at locations as she's able to find them.
Well, thank you very much for your time. I should probably see if I can track down some extra clues then.
You can roll an investigation check. That'll pretty much take up the remainder of your evening in-game, not the remainder of tonight, so to speak, although who knows. Time flies in D&D. You never know how it's going to go, but effectively this will determine how effectively you're able to find the right people who might know where Ahsoka's at. Anybody else got any plans that they want to do throughout the evening? Petro makes the smell.
I think I would just go to whoever like the perimeter guards are and describe the 6 from the group. I don't know. Does the group have a name? I don't know. And let them know that if you see them, they're friends of ours. And
yeah, so far they've just been described as Gabar and company.
Gabar and company. So if I let them know, like, okay, if you see these guys, you can come get me or whatever. They're friends. I vouch for them.
Good to know. Thank you very kindly. We have had some interesting passerby attempting to make their way through the region. Some of them seem programmed, for lack of a better term.
Odd. Okay, well. Yeah, but if you see this group, I describe each of them, they all have a very distinct look to them. Those guys are allies at this point.
Very cool.
That's a high enough number. I kind of want to add a force point to it.
I'll probably just wander around because I don't fucking sleep anymore.
Nice. I know what that's like, but it's fucking boring as shit. And on to his lost car. Nice.
You thought I forgot about it.
Oh, definitely not. If we're gonna go with a vet, though, we gotta call it Fets Vets. My backpacks got jets. Aiden and the Twinkleberries. I mean, that's awesome. Anytime I try to get a group to come up with a name, they just all kind of like just, what? Huh? Nothing? And then the one time I suggested a group name, everybody shot me down. So just, all right, fine. I'll be the only one who calls us this.
So, are you insane, sir?
Wasn't Corvette also a class of ship from Star Wars too?
Yeah, Corellian Corvette.
See, it's perfect.
Yeah, let's use a force.
No, we are
point
not being cats.
preset.
Cats.
The cats! Compatriots against the shadow.
All right, roll it up.
We're all free to move around, right? We don't have to stay
Oh yeah.
where we're at.
Oh yeah. You can wander around the map.
Because I would like to just make my way over by this fire and pull out my longsword and just begin to clean it, just to relax for the night.
Okay. I dig it. Investigation check is very favorable there. Yes, indeed.
And as stated, I'm going to be flittering around, just observing people and such.
Gotcha.
Are you saying I can roll an investigation check, or
That was for Rob because he's looking for Ahsoka.
Oh, okay.
Alright, so Ahsoka is actually going to, I think, approach here. I just need to drag her character sheet into play. I think last time she
Damn, you
was
found it
seen
so hard she's here.
was Wednesday. There she is. Ahsoka. Who else should I bring over? Colonel Starr. Why the heck not? Supreme Chancellor. Yep. Yeah, get in any conversation with the Supreme Chancellor while you still can. He's about to be infecticated tomorrow.
Infectimated?
Yeah.
Where is he?
You're gonna get a as we discovered on what was it, Tuesday? The face huggers can apparently impregnate from multiple different angles, so we've had some butt huggers as well.
No. Not butt huggers.
This is our new class D, class C, class B.
Class butt hugger.
Get
Xenomorph
twice the
Class
XP.
B. No! We know where they came from.
Their AC is double because you really don't want to hit them.
They look the same, but they smell different.
Oh, God. Alright. Ahsoka arrives on the map, and she catches Selena's eye, and just takes a seat here under the tree.
So I'll come up, have kind of respectful, I guess not quite a bow, but like you put your hands together.
Like a half bow?
Like a what? No, kind of like you think like a Buddhist monk when they approach.
Oh, I got you.
Ahsoka gives you a raised eyebrow and a nod. I understand you've been looking for me.
Yes. Since the crash, I seem to have a bit of issues with memory, and I'm a bit lost about even who I am. And somebody pointed that you might have a better understanding because I've sought medical attention, and like there doesn't seem to be anything wrong, but maybe you have some better insight for me.
Such paths can be painful. I find it is often best to let the memories return at their own course. That is, of course, assuming that conditions themselves are normal, and you have the time and the recuperation space to allow for such. Given the circumstances in play, I would be willing to grant an occasional unlock, if you will, so as to not overwhelm you with everything at once, but to give you an idea that might expedite the more natural process, if you will.
It's definitely better than what I've been running around with so far. I've been so lost.
Very well. She extends a hand. Well, let's see which memory we're going to unlock here. Number 3. All right. Number 3 is... Okay. Where is he?
Where is she?
Where's Rachel?
Oh my God, Selena, you're bad.
All right. It always comes back to Nihilus somehow. But in this particular unlocked vision, Selena views herself standing face to face with Nihilus, and Nihilus is attempting to devour her very soul, and you feel almost with the ease of a push of a balloon, you shoving Nihilus away from you like light years away from you. And after the vision is complete, Ahsoka's eyes are completely wide and unblinking in your direction, because she is also the beneficiary of seeing the vision that she unlocks from you, it would appear.
Well, that just adds more questions.
A little bit. Anybody got anything else they want to do before we try to get a long rest?
I'm gonna go approach Zane.
All right.
Good evening.
Good evening to you.
That's kind of an interesting tattoo that you have. Can you tell me a little bit more about it, please?
I reach down and kind of push his shirt to the side to take a look at himself. Yeah, I mean, it's a number. I kind of like numbers. They have a way of turning up in patterns, and I like patterns.
Fascinating. Where did you get that kind of tattoo?
You know, that's a really good question. Can I just say I'm not sure?
With the way these things
Number,
happen, I understand that.
numbers have their own way of turning up. Numbers are actually, remember I told you guys I knew the ship was going to crash, or at least well, I knew a ship was going to crash and I would be on it. I didn't know it would be this one. Otherwise, I would have gotten off.
Well, that makes sense. Who would willingly want to ride on a ship that's going to crash?
Yeah, because, I mean, in the visions of the ship crashing, I didn't actually know if I lived. So, you know, this could be worse.
Fascinating. Okay, well, thank you very much for your time.
Well, do you have any tattoos?
Actually, I don't, but it's, it's okay.
Or even like any special numbers? Or have you ever had visions about a ship crashing? Did you know too?
No. I mean, originally, I just came along for the ride. I remember working with another group and, being kind of the face of the group and everything like that. And it's weird on how such patterns just sort of attract each other.
Yeah, I'm not completely sure what this one means, but I'll figure it out when I'm supposed to, I guess.
Well, if you need any assistance, just let me know.
If you see it like change, because I don't look at it very often, if it like lights up or does something weird, let me know.
Wasn't your mole on the other side yesterday? I have a mole.
Exactly. Ask me about the jar of peanut butter in my back.
Ask why you didn't bring a better backpack so that thing didn't friggin' break open on you. Anybody got anything they want to do with Colonel Starr tonight, or are we gonna just let him wander off? He's fine in any case. As I said, he's kind of got his hands full, but once he starts getting these officers and other NCOs to delegate properly, then he's kind of free, and he's just going to stand here at the end of the dock for a little bit.
Apparently he's getting massaged.
Man, I hope not.
Yeah. Nope, I'm pretty good.
Who the hell is touching me?
Mi amor, where are you going?
Why is this cat so fucking weird?
Making biscuit. He's like a mechanic. What do we got here?
Oh my, slight side scene here is Yasalamiri's squad actually runs afoul of the first encounter in this region with the Brood. Oh my. How that actually turns out is TBD, but that might explain why we didn't run into them on their way back. As far as this location, how many are we gonna get? How many are we gonna get? What are we gonna get? Yes, indeed. Ahsoka will go ahead and take off in assistance of other people. Colonel Starr will eventually finish his ruminations and go taking off as well for those who either need him or what have you. Likely the Supreme Chancellor. He's kind of been his personal bodyguard throughout this, so to see him actually on his own is a bit of a rarity. But I rolled a natural 20, so we got him on his own for a little bit. Well, that's good. Don't need the frickin' sun glowing on us while we're trying to sleep here. Sitting on the dock of the bay.
If Colonel Stark is actually here, I would want to talk to him. I would ask him about like what the precedent is, since this is a planet that it wasn't under our jurisdiction before, and now that we've crashed here, do we have contact with the rest of the Confederacy, and how are we treating the non-hostile locals and like their possible law enforcement and stuff like that?
Well, let's start with a persuasion check. We know he's always the most amicable person to approach. Satisfied with 16?
I mean, yeah, I'm just trying to learn from him. I'm not really trying to make him do anything. Just asking him, like, when we're out there, how should we treat this? I mean, do we want to antagonize the locals by trying to enforce our way upon them, or do we want to try and compromise?
So you're not part of the Confederacy, but you're taking it upon yourselves to try to do something productive out there. Am I understanding you correctly?
That's correct.
All right. Am I to understand you've actually found locals who are cognizant and have their senses about them?
I point to Petro right over there. He's one.
Kind of.
No kind of about it. I am absolutely local.
Well, Colonel Starr just
I had to miss that.
immediately turns his attention to Petro. What is your suspicion as to why every other person that shares this trait with you is seemingly paralyzed? And why are there no children whatsoever anywhere?
This is news to me. The only thing I know is y'all's ship crashed into me, destroyed my car, and somehow I survived. I don't know what's going on. But I have not seen anybody else that was unconscious, and I did not know that the children were all missing.
Can't say that they're all missing, but we haven't seen any of them in any of the locations that our scouts have been to. And the people that we have seen are either programmed, they just repeat the same 4 or 5 lines over and over, or they're stuck. They can't move. They can't do anything of their own volition. They're just mannequins, essentially.
So I haven't ran into any other true locals since y'all's ship crashed. I've been hanging out with these guys. We have found some people who say they're from Earth, but are not from this Earth as they described it.
Oh, God, I wish this was the first time I had heard a ridiculous back-assward story like that. Sounds like we got another coalescence event manifesting here at this site as well. Then he looks over at, back over at Aiden. As far as precedent is concerned, the survivability and viability of the Confederacy is of the utmost importance. We're not here to subjugate or enslave anybody. But at the same time, we're not under their jurisdiction either. We're here, we have our own capacities and our own capabilities to ensure that our well-being is looked after and the well-being of those placed under our protection. If there are local hostiles, we'll deal with that. If there are locals who might prove as allies or in need of assistance, likewise. But so far, everyone we've encountered has just been, a complete idiot. He's got a jetpack.
I would overhear this and I would kind of look at him and ask if there's any word of how we could get off this planet, this strange planet.
You find a working, functional starcraft, you come to me first. In the meantime, he looks over at the massive, broken wreckage of the Star Destroyer floating in the ocean nearby. Seems we're marooned here, but it's possible there are some vessels that may have survived inside the Star Destroyer. We've got some aquatic crews checking out those ruins as we speak.
As long as we could get a signal out to somebody out there.
That's been a problem as well, which is also leading us to believe coalescence event. We're not in the place that we should be. We're possibly not even in the right time. We did spend several days in deep space before we ended up here.
So I can tell you guys, you're not gonna find any starfaring vessels on this planet.
Not
Sorry.
naturally, but if it's a coalescence event, you never know what might have been deposited here. I'm sure there's all manners of people now roaming around that don't belong here, but they are. He looks around at the 5 of us gathered here. Case in point, including that fat-ass cat.
Hey, that cat's pretty cool now. No need to be rude to the cat.
Meow.
If the cat's capable of defending itself, let it do so. Otherwise, fat fucking cat.
Well, good to know. I had a suspicion that it might have been a coalescence event as well. All the strange things going on. So how do we, in your experience, since you've experienced this before, I've only really witnessed it from aboard the ship, how do we right a coalescence?
Need to find the source of what's causing it. First time around, it was suspected to be Nihilus, but research in hindsight has shown that it was more likely the location where that battle took place. Second time around, as I'm given to understand, as we were largely in a different section of the galaxy while these events were taking place. The second one was centered on Vecna. With Vecna's destruction, it was presumed that everything had reset back to its natural state. And yet our vessel, and seemingly only our vessel, because there were a lot of ships gathered at that Vecna endgame. But our ship alone was forced into deep space and deposited, crashed here, where once again we're experiencing some of those similar coalescence mixes, events. Let's hope we don't find a coalescence nexus like we were finding at the previous site, where the realm was literally threatening to devour itself from within because there were too many singularities in one place at one time. Did you just shoot me, asshole?
Nope, was trying to click on the thing above it.
Good thing my AC is
No, he
25.
definitely shot you. I'm just joking.
Because fireball.
Love damage.
Giving scritchies to the kitty.
And apparently doing Hunter's Mark damage to him.
Yeah. Love and Hunter's Mark damage. Good God, that's just relevant in all the wrong ways. Oh boy, oh boy. Well, all right. Anything else that we want to ask Colonel Starr that we have asked that I have not responded to? I think I covered the bases, but possible that something slipped.
I have one question. If we're planning to stay here long term, are we fortifying a position, or are we just scattered campsite? Well, not scattered, but you know.
Right now, we're unfortunately locked to this location with the amount of injured that we have. We do have a number of parties that are out there looking for a location that might serve as something more sustainable, but we've not yet heard back on anything in that front. If you find anything, of course, let us know.
Absolutely. The way this planet is, it seems like it's best to find somewhere fortified with all these creepy crawlies running around.
Yes, this location is hardly anything resembling defensive, but thankfully it's isolated enough, and I think the crash of the vessel scared most living things for miles away. So, for the time being, we've got ourselves a momentary glance of peace.
That's what we need.
Thank you for your conversation, Colonel. I'm sure you're a busy man.
He gives a nod, heads back off where he was going to check on other sections of the camp. Don't mind his 0 hit point health bar. That's only foreshadowing.
Jesus.
He's fine.
I'll look through the others. If you guys want to rest here, I don't need to sleep anymore, so I can keep watch.
Yeah, if you saw anything that happened last Wednesday, man, he got surrounded by 6 zombies and 2 xenomorphs, and between all of that, Colonel Starr just had a run of bad luck. His health had never looked so bad. He stood up against the entire Monday party for like a month straight and never had his health drop to that level before. But he had some healing in his capacity back then. At this point in time, he's he's kind of running on fumes and and the bottom scraping the barrel for his ammunition.
And I walked him right into the brood.
I have new respect for the Colonel.
With 6 HP.
Yeah, the Colonel's a complicated character. He goes all the way back to the Coalescence Act 1, where it's his whole motivation was his kidnapped daughter who was sacrificed in a ritual, an elemental ritual, as a matter of fact. And once that happened, that earned him the enmity, or it earned the Monday Party the enmity of Colonel Starr for a good long time, and for that matter, most of the parties, because most of them represented the Core Worlds Confederacy, and at the time the Colonel was a member of the Ministry. But at the very end of Act 3, the Colonel returned to the Confederacy after the Ministry betrayed him. And he was actually marked for death in the Nihilus endgame. He was actually going to sacrifice himself. But the moment never actually came to play, so he's kind of purposeless at this point. He's looking for something big, and he kind of feels like he's found it, but that ties into the little foreshadowing that we were talking about earlier with the commander and his stormtroopers out in the field, and that glowing chest that belongs to Gloria and her family.
Well, now I feel bad.
I mean, there's no right, there's no wrong, there's no like real way to win or lose it. It's just choices. It's not necessarily this is the good, this is the bad, and you made the right choice, you made the wrong choice. It's just there are choices to be made and resolutions based on those choices. Just like most most aspects of life.
Damn, I gotta sit and think about it.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not like we all know all that stuff, though, either, though.
Oh, exactly. If anything, if your characters are the type to wax philosophical, these might be late night thoughts that you have as you're getting ready for your long rest. And as J-Man said, he can do a watch for all of you, so if you want to take refuge inside the cabin for the night, that could be a good play.
I'm gonna try to catch me something to eat before we go to bed.
I think at least 3 of us don't actually require sleep to take our long rests.
Oh, damn.
Where's the chest? Give me it!
Hey, look who made it into the campsite without the perimeter guards alerting J-Man to it. Our party of 6, Gabar and company.
Give us the thing.
Yeah, they do not have the chest in their possession anymore. It also appears that they still have not taken a rest. They're still sitting at those depleted health values that they've been rocking for like a day and a half. At this point, it's almost like it seems like a badge of coolness. Like they're like, we can frickin' rock and roll without needing a rest because we're just that badass.
Ah, good to see your friends.
There's a designated medic area set up, correct? Because there was a bunch of wounded.
What's that?
There's a designated medic area because there's a bunch of wounded, correct?
There is. It's not right near this campsite, but there is.
Okay.
Let's see here. Where is his sheet?
We're free to move around the cabin, right?
Absolutely. Yeah, we're in free roam mode at this point.
Just making sure.
All right, and we have another visitor approaching our cabin late at night here. Our ally Meridian, who is in tiefling form currently. Apparently he has donned his Ooglith masker once again. Ah, friends, I'm glad to have caught you awake before you retire for the evening. Might I come in?
Sure, no problem.
I don't see
Yeah.
why not.
All right.
Come on in, man.
He actually got bit by a vampire earlier tonight, so you allowing him access is all he needed. Just
Come
kidding.
on.
Just kidding.
That would have been a crazy twist.
He is indeed. Meridian, once inside, he finds a chair. He takes a seat. Thank you, friends, for the hospitality. Oh my, there are certainly a lot of you in here. It's a much larger space than that tower, no? Perhaps the tower next to this place. You have then you really have something going. But I'm rambling. There are a number of my friends, unfortunately, who I have not been able to locate. And I fear that the fate that was meant for me was placed upon them by members of the Zealots, the warrior caste. And it would mean just so much to me if you could find the time and the tracking and whatever it is that people such as you do to find my friends and return them here to this sanctuary as you have done for me.
I'm certainly
Sure,
willing
I
to
don't
help
see why not.
yeah,
We can help.
those who need it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Thank you, my friends. I presume you have tracking or what have you abilities to find them. I'm afraid I do not have the slightest bit of information I can give aside from maybe to start where you found me, and if there are tracks of other warriors within the area, you might be able to put two and two together from that and find out where it is that they come from, where it is they go, etc., so on.
I have a little bit of experience in doing that sort of thing, so we can certainly try.
That's just good.
Excellent. The local knows the woods well enough to track them, so it's
Good,
a good start.
Good. There is another item, or is I suppose an item, but a creature of interest that you may find depending on how much you track the members of the Zealots. I am given to understand on good authority that the Zealots have in their employ, their custody, their regime, 3 of what we call Worldbrains. These are among the most intelligent, cunning, and deceptive creatures in the Yuuzhan Vong caste society. They are specifically bred to dominate and control the entire ecosystem of a planet. So for 3 of them to exist in this region, if you encounter them, I recommend that you exercise extreme caution.
What exactly do these world brains look like?
Yeah.
Giant talking brain would be the
I
best
think-
explanation.
I think we've already met one of those, have we not? Yo.
Meridian was conveniently not nearby when all of that happened, even though he was technically in the party. We just had so many NPCs that he was just conveniently not clustered in the tower. And this is the first he's hearing of it.
Let me show you something, and I'll go outside and I'll summon the tower.
All right.
And introduce him to the brain.
All right. That sounds like a good cliffhanger point to pick it up from next Monday. A reminder, of course, we are every week this month for the next 3 weeks now. We are now session 5 down, but we still have 6, 7, and 8 before the month of August is up. So hold on to those inspirations, hold on to those force points, and be ready by the end of this month. We will all be leveling up again and getting closer to unlocking the next stage of the campaign, Act 8, where most secrets, by that point, we should have most of them revealed. Act 8 is about resolving a lot of those secrets, and then Act 9, I'm not even going to try to hint at what we're in for at that point. But we're almost halfway through Act 7 as it is right now, and we can see some of these secrets and mysteries starting to present themselves and form the foundation of the plot that we're going to be playing a lot of Act 8, trying to figure out exactly how to get onto the other side of that. Great session tonight, friends. We are back tomorrow night, 6 p.m. Pacific, as a Tuesday crew. Let's just double check right here real quick. Tuesday crew gets The Shaper Cast, a Yuuzhan Vong-centered plot, if I've ever heard one. We are actually currently in the middle of that right now, at the tail end of our previous storyline, a psychological experiment in progress. The two of them kind of run hand in hand and link us up to what should be an exciting next 4 sessions. And then Wednesday night, we close out week 5 with the beginning of a marvelous alliance. I give Wednesday crew a lot of credit. They spent a good 2.5 sessions with almost exclusive PvP, which is not a lot of players' favorite method of action. Some players really embrace it and enjoy it, especially when it's a bit more methodical and not so much just bloodthirsty. Everybody's trying to kill you every second that you're awake, and if you can actually find an hour to get a rest, you're a lucky person. But overall, we made it through that section, and a marvelous alliance sounds like hopefully something a bit more promising. We'll catch up with you tomorrow night, 6 p.m. Pacific, for Tuesday crew. Thanks again, friends, for being here tonight. Thank you for contributing to those flash sales that we have going on. Had a couple extra ones unexpectedly come in today. Much appreciated as always. Much love. We say it always, friends, but we only say it because it's true. There is no RU without you. Have a good night.
Good night.
Good night, y'all.
Hey, everyone.
Good night and see you tomorrow.
Maybe I can help you.
Good
I am
night.
Boba Fett.
Don't ask me why. I guess the long love must die. Don't ask me why. Just hold on tight.
What a wasted time. Should have been here on the outside, read the signs. Used to call you mine. Gave it my best, but I don't need one more try. 'Cause bad. No, what a waste, what a crime, what a fucked up time, and I should go. So I take what I can and I toss it in the car. Drive away down the highway.